see you again. Okay,
Hello,
how are we keeping?
Keeping all right,
Keeping all right, fair enough. Okay, well, good to see you. So, do you want a drink first of all?
Oh, we would love coffee. Yeah.
Love coffee, right, we'll get you coffee and whatnot. Come and take a seat, you're just on the grey chair there for me, Jack. Okay, so, take a seat there. Okay. Right, how's training going?
Training is going very well.
All right, you're looking in good shape as usual.
Always looking in good shape.
Obviously, just to really bring it all in, is you've obviously had hearing aids for a number of years now. You've had them for a few years from us, okay? And we're going to have a look. We've got some new hearing aids for you today, so that's the main purpose of today. So what we're going to do is just, first of all, check everything over as we normally do. So we're going to check your ears, check the health of your ears, check there's no wax in your ears. Then we'll get a full hearing test done, see if there's been any change to your hearing, and then we'll get the new hearing aids all fitted up, okay? The main kind of thing is technology is constantly evolving in the hearing aids. But also the main Achilles heel of hearing aids is generally background noise, okay? So, and that's one thing that you, like most of my clients, complain about is when you're out in background noise, you're struggling, okay? And I know we've had that conversation several times before, kind of thing, okay? So, so the new hearing aids they're just able to process background noise even better than any other hearing aid has done in the past, okay? It's still an aid. We're still not going to solve all the problems, okay? But it's just about making things a bit easier for you, okay? So let's have a look in your ears. Everything looks perfect in there. That's all good. Okay, superb. Okay, Jack, just spin you around. Okay, that all looks fine. And down into the ear. That's brilliant. Everything's all fine in there. There's no sign of any blockage, any wax, any damage to the ear canal or the eardrums. And that's your right side there as well. So both of those are absolutely fine. So happy enough just to carry on and get the hearing test done now, okay?
I haven't done the hearing test with the Volt.
That's it.
It's always been in the other one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. So the Vault's pretty amazing. So you're going to see that now. So we'll take you through and show you into there. Okay. So so if you come through, okay, Jack, right, come through, okay. We're coming through into the old bank vault. Mind your step, mind your head as well. Okay, take a seat on the grey chair again. Okay, there you go. Take a seat. Okay, spin you around just so you're facing this way. Okay, so what we're going to do is, as you've done before, do a hearing test. We'll pop the headphones on you, and every time you hear a noise, just press the button for me. Okay.
What's this like instead of the booth?
This is instead of the booth, so yeah. So instead of going in the little booth that we got at the other side, that's it, yeah. So we've had this. So this was the old bank vault that you're in now. So when we originally bought this, it was just a concrete box. So you couldn't actually have a conversation in here because the reverb off your voice was it was so echoey. Right. So we had a professional company in that's completely soundproofed it. So once we close the door now, which we're going to, this is completely and utterly soundproof now. Okay. Wow. So it's nowhere near as claustrophobic as the old one. So. And it's just a much better testing environment now as well, okay? So, and also the table that's next to you, the glass on the table is actually made from the bulletproof glass that used to be in the front of the building when it was originally a bank. But it was too nice to throw away, so we thought we'd bring a bit of history back into the building. So
take it the gold bars aren't real though. They're not.
I wish.
I wish.
I wish. I think someone told me that if that was real, it'd be something like about 50 or 60 grand sitting there. So although it's a vault, we're I wouldn't leave that lying about. So let's get your hearing test done then. Yeah. Okay, so headphones on. Press the button every time you hear the noise, even for the very quiet noises. And we're going to just need your hearing aids out for this part. Okay, so pop them out, pop them on the table here. Okay. That's it. Okay, that's fine. Right, okay. Okay, there's your button. that's fine. So take that off. Brilliant. Hold on to that a moment. Just going to pop this at the back of your ear. Okay, same again for me. Okay, Jack, so we're now going to just do a speech test. Okay, so we're doing this with your hearing aids in, obviously. Okay, so we're going to play some noises out of some words out of this speaker. Okay, and what I want you to do is just repeat the words that you hear. Now I'm scoring you on each syllable or each phoneme of the word. So if you hear ship, right, then you repeat ship. If you only hear the sh or the ip part of it, or if it sounds like a completely made up word, still repeat what you think you've heard, okay? Because you'll get a point or two for it, okay? Right. It will get louder. If it gets too loud, let me know. I'm not here to cause any discomfort, okay? And as it gets quieter, it's going to get to the point where you know something's been said, but you can't work it out. If you don't hear it, just stay silent, wait for the next one. I basically want you to score 100%, and I want you to score 0. I'm measuring at what point that actually happens. Right, okay, right. So you just face straight forward and just repeat what you hear.
I'm competitive.
Okay.
Fish,
Fish.
duck,
Duck.
gap,
Gap.
cheese,
Cheese.
rail,
Lail.
hive,
Hive.
wedge,
Wig.
moss,
Moss.
thud,
Fad.
witch,
Witch.
vat.
Vat.
Okay, Jack, so back into the room. So you can take a seat. Again, you're on the grey chair there for me. Okay, so take a seat. Okay, so and we've actually got your brand new hearing aids all here as well. Okay, so we're going to get these fitted up to you shortly. If I get your hearing test up on the big screen here, okay. So the red is your right ear and the blue is your left ear. Okay. Now we know from your point of view that your hearing is severe to profound. Okay. The green is your hearing test last year. And if I then put today's hearing test, it's basically exactly the same. So your hearing hasn't changed over the last 12 months, okay? Which is what we expect. We know your hearing's been fairly stable for the last few years anyway, okay? So that's good. We've then done the speech test. So this was your, let me just resize this. So what happens is we want you to score as near to 100%, which is on this scale here. As quiet as we can. So this is quiet across to loud. And what we're actually finding is general spoken speech is somewhere between kind of 50 to 60 decibels, okay? So 50 decibels is here and 60 decibels is here. So with your hearing aids in, at normal speech, you are hearing 90% of what's going on.
That's pretty good.
And bearing in mind that is just with your ears. They were random words. So there's no guessing that can happen, and also there's no visual. You're not looking for any visual clues at all. Okay, so it is just testing your hearing purely. Okay, so that's actually with your hearing loss, that is absolutely excellent, right? Hopefully with the new hearing aids, it's going to be even better. Okay, so the hearing aids that we've got are the latest ones, which is the Phonak Sphere hearing aids. Now I know you know a little bit about this kind of with
I've seen them on online. Very excited.
Very excited, yeah. I know when we had the opening, which was obviously quite a while ago now, Phonak reps were here and they were demonstrating them. Okay.
I never got to try them, but they were giving me they give me the pitch and just made me really want them.
Really want them, yeah, that's it. So the main kind of difference between your hearing aids and these hearing aids is the aids themselves are a touch bigger, not much, but they're a touch bigger. But there's actually a second computer chip inside it that deals just with background noise. Okay, so it's trying to reduce the background noise. So when you're in that noisier training session, or if you're out in a restaurant or a coffee shop and there's lots of noise around you, the hearing aids will deal with that noise more effectively. So the hearing aids you've got at the moment are what we call directional hearing aids. So when you're in a noisy environment, it zooms to the person or persons in front of you to try and reduce what's going on behind and to the side of you. Now these do that as well, but when there's lots and lots of noise around you, it actually puts a sphere around you, hence the name Audio Sphere. So it puts a sphere around you of around about a metre or so, okay? And anyone that falls within that metre to metre and a half, it will give more amplification, and anybody outside of that range, it will dull it down. So that works really well if there's lots of noise all the way around you. You can hear me. So with your hearing aids in a noisy environment, it'll zoom to me, and as long as it's only me in front and there's no other noise coming from behind me, it deals with it quite well. But if there's lots of noise behind me as well, the spheric mode will just incorporate me. But the other thing that where people have found it really good is, generally speaking, if you're out with your family and there's 4 or 6 of you around the table, typically, hey, you've got somebody sat next to you, and to hear them, you've got to turn yourself as you just had, turn you totally round to kind of look at the person next to you. Whereas in spheric mode, okay, the hearing aids are going to be picking up people from the side of you as well as people in front of you. So it just works really effectively for it, okay? So we'll get these all fitted up correctly to you, okay? We're going to verify the fitting as we usually do as well, which you'll be aware of. So we're going to do the real ear measurements. So for that, we're going to put the hearing aids in, put a little tube down in your ear, which will measure the sound, and then we're going to play some sounds through the hearing aids, and we can then both see on the screen how close the hearing aids are actually getting to your prescription, and make sure that we get them the best that they possibly can for you. Okay, so let's get it all set up for you. So take these out. These are brand new hearing aids. So there's a little left and right indicator, as you're aware. So red for the right and blue for the left. Okay, so if I just snap those in there underneath, and there's another one on the right side there. So that's selected the hearing aids on there. It's going to now upload your prescription into the hearing aids, get them in your ears. We've then got to run a feedback test just to make sure that there is no feedback detected in the hearing aids, and then we'll get on to verifying that they're working as they should be. Okay. Okay, Jack, right, and you should be back with me now.
I'm back in the room.
Okay, right, okay. Right, so that was just running the feedback check just to make sure that there was no feedback in the hearing aids. And because I've took the shape of your ears, there was no feedback because these fit absolutely perfectly for you. Okay, right. So no, they're really, really good. Okay, so what's the initial impressions with these? Do they sound any different?
They sound different.
They sound different.
So like, it's always, I know you get the video, people start crying initially, like, okay, I'm so used to wearing them ones, they sound different, so it's just getting your ears used to it. Within 24 hours I won't notice a difference.
You will, yeah.
But I sound a lot softer.
Okay, right. Essentially these are set to your prescription, but it's set to the average ear. Okay, right. Now you're not necessarily an average size guy, right? Okay, with all your training, okay. But you know, everyone's ears are different sizes. They're almost like fingerprints. Your ear canal is going to be different, from person to person, right? So what we're going to do now is what we call real ear measurement, okay? And this is where we're verifying that the prescription we think we're giving you is actually getting to your ear, yes. Okay? The easiest way of kind of thinking about real ear measurements is if you're getting married and you go and buy a suit off the hanger, right, in your size, it'll fit, right, okay? But if you go and have one tailored to you, you're going to look $1 million. It's going to fit absolutely perfect, okay? So what we're doing...
My ears look good.
We're going to make your ears look good, but we're going to make them sound good, right? That's what we want. Okay, so So a little bit of setting up, I know you've done this before, but I'll kind of talk you through it as we do it. So in a second, I'm going to get you to take your hearing aids out. Going to just pop something on your shoulder, okay, and then we're going to pop a little tube down in your ear. Take a few measurements without the hearing aids first of all. So I know without your hearing aids you can't hear much, so I'll just be pointing you around to where you need to go, okay? And then we'll get the hearing aids in. We need a measurement with the hearing aid switched off. So if you wonder what I'm doing with hearing aids in and you can't hear anything, I need that measurement. Then we'll switch the hearing aids on, and then you're going to get what we call, it's basically a speech babble, okay? So there's several different languages mixed together just so it can be used around the globe, okay? We'll run that through and then we'll have the results up on the screen and then we'll have a chat with them after. So the next kind of 5-10 minutes is me kind of pulling you around a little bit, hearing aids in and out, getting the measurements that I need, and then I'll talk you through with them at the end. Okay then, no problem. Okay, Jack, spin you around just you facing this way. Okay, so that's the real ear measurement. So pop that on your shoulders. Okay, now just keep facing that way. Yep. So just popping this down your ear first of all. And this is going to measure the sound in your ear. Okay, this is your right ear, this is your left ear. The solid line is what the hearing aids are actually doing, okay? So we can see in the low to mid frequencies, you're kind of almost getting a little bit too much, okay? In the high frequencies, you're not getting quite enough.
Alors, il t'adapte die hoeveelheid. En zo wil ik een keer houden, begonnen zo te veel. Is dat afloop daar aan mijn tellen zo goed je ook rapte die zijn weg. Schrijft en hoe wing gedolte, keine dan die other. Pin minder box, portfolio alle.
Okay, Jack. So this is your real ear measurements between where we are today and where we were last time. So that's where we are today on the pink line. So as we've just discussed, okay. But if I put then the green line over the top, that was with your old hearing aid. So you were getting a little bit, almost a little bit too much in the low frequencies on the old ones, which is why these sounded a little bit soft to start off with, okay? But you can see we're actually getting quite a lot more of the high frequency sound over and above your old hearing aids, and that's just because the technology in these is able to actually deal with more and give you more sound from it, okay? So what's your initial thoughts on this? How do they seem at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, they actually seem really good.
Really good.
I think, like I said, it's going to take me a while to get used to it.
Yeah.
Because it does sound different. I sound different. You sound different. So it's like just switching off one. And
I
I feel like the clarity is there as well.
Okay, yeah. And that's from the high frequencies, because we've given you an extra 10 decibels in the high frequencies. You are going to be getting more clarity from it. It may, a lot of people will kind of say that the hearing aids sound a bit tinny, a bit metallic-y to start off with, okay? Your own voice may sound a bit echoey. That's all perfectly normal.
Because I've not heard that.
You've not heard
frequency
it
before.
That's it, yeah. You've not heard that frequency this well before, so it's just going to take a bit of time to get used to it, okay?
Whenever I've done hearing aid changes, normally like 24 or 48 hours, and you think, oh, okay, this is perfectly normal now.
That's it, yeah. I mean, it can take a while, and some people it takes, can take weeks or months to fully get used to it, okay? You're a long-term user, you've been using hearing aids since a kid, so you're going to react a lot quicker to it, kind of thing, okay? But as usual, we're going to give you a go. We're going to call you back in a week or two's time. But any problems in the meantime, you can give us a shout and we can have a look and tweak the hearing aids anyway. Okay, I'm going to just take all this extra paraphernalia off you now because we're all done with that. Okay, so let me just take all that off there. You're aware that you can kind of stream your phone calls and you can stream music and videos and whatnot from your phone directly into your hearing aids, okay? So there's a few things that we need to just make sure that are set up for that, okay? So Do you ever adjust the volume on your hearing aids themselves on the volume control at the back, or do you do it all?
Yeah, occasionally. I tend to leave it where it is.
Where it is, okay.
But yeah, I do occasionally. If
Occasionally do it, yeah.
If I'm like listening to a meeting and I'm sorry I can't hear, just turn it off.
Just turn it up. And do you generally do that on the aids, or do you do it on the app?
On the aids.
On the aids, okay. So if you're taking phone calls, do you answer it on the hearing aid?
Bottom button.
On the bottom button, right? With these new ones, there's a slightly different way, okay, that you can answer it. You can still do it on the button, but you can now double tap your ear like you would do with a pair of like AirPods, okay, right?
Cool.
Okay, so you're basically double tapping the hearing aid, but there's a sensor in the hearing aid. So if you just double tap the top of your ear, it will answer the phone, okay?
Right,
There's a little screen on at the moment which is just showing me just a bit of training basically. So just have a go at just double tapping your ear. Perfect, that's picked it up on the right side and it showed it. Just try on the left side. That's brilliant, okay? So it's as simple as that. When your phone rings, double tap your ear. It means that you haven't got to mess about trying to find where the button is to press the button, and you might miss the phone call, okay?
I think my one did have that feature.
Okay, yeah.
I think I used to use it for music as well.
Okay, then just tap it for it, yeah. Okay, no problem. And I think other than that, the hearing aids are all set up as I need to, as I want to, okay? So let's save these settings in the hearing aids now. Your hearing aids are going to go off a second, just as I disconnect from them, and then they'll come back online. What I'm going to do now is just demonstrate how the hearing aids are working, okay? So what we've got 5.1 surround sound built into this room now, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take you into a loud kind of coffee shop environment, okay? So if we pop that on at the moment, so that's quite loud. So automatically I've raised the level of my voice, okay? You've automatically kind of sat yourself forward because you're struggling to hear me at the moment, okay? So can you hear me a bit at the moment? Yeah, okay. Now at the moment, what I've done, you see, is I've locked you into the quiet, calm situation mode within the hearing aid. But just for this purpose, I want to show you the kind of difference between it, okay? So if I change you into the speech and noise setting, you'll probably find that the background noise has just lowered down a little bit. Is that right?
You've not turned that down?
I've not turned that down, no.
Okay, I can barely hear that.
Okay. So what's happened now is your hearing aids have gone into directional mode. So it's trying to reduce that noise around and it's focusing on me. So that noise has stayed exactly the same between those two, okay? So that's exactly what I expect from it.
Yeah.
Now the thing is now, is if you just turn around and look at the window over there and still listen to me, you'll probably find that my voice has gone a lot lower now and you're hearing a bit more of the background noise, okay? If you turn round back round to me, okay, does my voice sound louder and clearer when you're looking at me, okay? Because we're in the directional mode at the moment, okay? Now, with these hearing aids, the spheric mode, what we were talking about earlier, is the one that makes the difference. So if I click onto the spheric mode, okay, has that made any difference to the background noise as it is at the moment? Would you say that's changed at all? That's gone quieter again, so that's gone quieter still, because now you're listening around you. Now if you turn around and look at the window for me now, right, and listen to me, how does my voice sound at the moment?
Clear.
Clear,
Yeah.
so, you can, so even when you're not looking at me, you can hear me. Even in that noisy environment, you can still hear what I'm saying to you at the moment.
Can you hear me okay over here?
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit better.
Just up here.
Yeah.
It's just starting to, yeah, I can hear. I can't hear that. It's weird because you haven't turned that down.
Haven't turned that down.
No.
So if I put you back on the calm situation mode without doing anything else, all of a sudden you'll find that that background noise has just gone louder.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, right, okay, right. So I'm going to switch that noise off because it is quite loud noise. I'm going to turn my voice down a little bit as well, kind of thing, right? Because that's quite a challenging environment for anybody.
Yeah, that's quite something, that.
Okay, right, okay. So as I say, normally within the automatics of the hearing aid will automatically do that for you.
Right.
I was just locking it into those programs just to demonstrate it to you. From your point of view, you won't necessarily think, oh my God, I can't hear all the background noise and it's changed program. It will just change seamlessly into those programs. And what you'll find is just when you're in a noisy environment.
I do find that these ones do very much just pick a program and it's like, oh, I don't think I like that one.
I prefer the old one.
I prefer the old one, but I can't get back.
Can't get back to it. Well, with these, what I can actually do is I'm going to add a couple of additional programs into the hearing aids for you. Okay, so you've got that spheric speech, you've got all of those programs in the automatic, but I'm going to give you the ability via your phone that you can manually click into them or out of them if you need to. Well, you can go into kind of spheric speech mode, or you can go back into calm situations mode.
Log it into a restaurant mode or something.
That's it. Yeah.
Or sometimes if I'm at like I go to quite a lot of music gigs.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it would try and block out the music. No, I want to listen to that.
That's it. Yeah. Definitely. You've still got all those functions, and we'll talk you through that on the phone. But you'll have your restaurant mode. You'll have spheric speech, which is the one that we've just demonstrated. And then you've got your music settings, and then you know that you can make custom programs as well within there, okay, to your heart's content, really, okay.
I don't do that, but I could do that.
You could do that if you need to, so that's fine. I'm going to just save those settings in the hearing aids. Your hearing aids are going to go off for a few seconds and then come back on, and then we've finalised everything for you then.
Fantastic.
Okay. Right, so in there at the back there you've got your power lead. It's a USB-C lead, so it's the same as charging your phone now, and you've got the 3-pin plug in there in the front there as well that you can plug out, that you can pull out. You've got your chargers there, your instruction manuals there, should I say. You've got your wax traps, you know how to change those. I'm not going to insult you by doing those, okay, right? Yeah. And then you've got your hearing aids. You've obviously popped your old ones in there for now, but that's your new charger. That just slips under there for you, okay? So you've got a nice little travel kit there. Keep everything together for you. Stick that in a nice presentation box for you, okay? And then stick that all in a bag for you. So you're all good to go.
Oh, wonderful.
Jeff, there you go. There's your phone as well. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much then. So we'll see you back in a couple of weeks anyway to see how things are going. You know, in the meantime, if there's any problems, just email me. Yeah. We can do, as we've done before, we can do remote support through the app as well. So if you're finding you need a bit of tweaking or adjustment, we can just set up a bit of time. I FaceTime you through the app, and I can make those changes so you don't have to travel all the way back in again.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's fine. Okay, so I'll let you out then, Jeff. Thank you. All right then. Cheers. All the best then. See you later. Bye.